Stock has given up some gains despite an absolute inline quarter. SL Narayanan, Group CFO of Sun Group, now joins us on the line from Chennai. Mr. Narayanan, good morning. First, a word on your ad revenue growth. We've seen 16% ad revenue growth. This in itself is a high number. Do you think it's sustainable at this kind of number going forward?
Yeah, it looks pretty good at this point in time because we see a revival across sectors in terms of ad spends. The hypothesis that I'm hearing is because of fall in commodity prices, rising gross margins, a lot of FMCG companies are stepping up investments in promotion. So I believe that things should look better from these levels.
Okay. Mr. Narayan, what can you do in the next 2 quarters in terms of an ad revenue run rate? Do you think it will be better at or below 15%?
No, as you know, we don't give any precise guidances, but suffice it to say that we should be maintaining a fairly robust momentum.
And how is subscription growth this quarter?
Subscription growth has been, if we just combine all formats, which is international and DTH and cable, we've done at about 10%. The next big trigger is going to be linked to the pace of digitization, which, still on paper, it is believed that on 1st of January 2016, Phase 3 will get kicked off. So that is something that can, materially change the run rate for subscription revenues. Because we believe that in South India alone, another 20 million homes could go digital as part of Phase 3. And since we are very strong in southern India, we could see some very, very strong gains in terms of our subscription revenues.
Okay. Mr. Narayanan, so the next big trigger, of course, for your company is the radio business. If you could tell us how's that going to shape up and any clarity from the INB ministry on the licenses that you want?
No, I think radio business in terms of its numbers is not a very significant proportion of our consolidated financials. But in terms of the approvals, wherever we had some requests for intervention, we've got our reliefs. We have gone ahead with the process, and we have remitted the monies due, and we've got what we wanted. There are certain places where we thought the prospects could be good, but then the prices went completely out of scale, so we chose to not bid in some very expensive locations. But otherwise, we are happy with the way things have ended.
Okay. Just a quick word on the IPL business, and correct me if I'm wrong, but is it a part of your consolidated financials? And if so, how did it perform this quarter?
See, it is part of, like, the Sunrisers team is owned by Sun TV Network Limited, but we've had no activity during the quarter. All the costs and all the revenues are booked in 30th June quarter because the tournament starts sometime in first week of April and it ends towards the end of May. So we have a practice whereby we book all the revenues and all the costs in that quarter, so which is why that quarter is not exactly comparable in terms of a run rate to the rest of the year. But net, we are very happy because our rate of growth has gone up, and then the profit after tax is up by almost 41% this quarter. These are very, very healthy set of numbers.
Mr. Narayanan, only a word on the IPL team. If you could give its financials, and are you staying with it, or any plans to sell, considering that IPL itself is going through a bit of a turmoil?
Yeah, whatever it is, I think we are not going to, get rid of the team or anything. There's been a lot of speculation. So at this point in time, it is very much part of the company, and as we have seen from examples all over the world, whether it is English Premier League or NBA or Major League Baseball, the teams only go up in value, and since this is a franchise which is in perpetuity, and considering that cricket will continue to be a preferred sport for a lot of Indian kids, I think the appeal of IPL will be there for at least the foreseeable future.
Okay, but for the bottom line this quarter, I'm sure you must have incurred operating costs at least for the team, if not revenue recognition. Would that have been recorded?
No, in fact, there's absolutely nothing on IPL this quarter.
Okay, fair enough. Just a quick word, Mr. Narayanan, in terms of your Tamil channels and your other language channels, what was the growth rate between both of them and any launches on the same?
We really, we don't comment on individual channels because that's a lot of sensitive information. But what is really heartening this quarter is the announcement by BARC that Sun TV is the #1 channel in India. And across genres, across languages, we've been voted the #1 channel in the country. And that's something which we think is great news for all of us.
All right, Mr. Narayanan, thanks a lot for your time today. So that's Sun TV. We'll take a break. Of course, you heard a lot about mid caps and small caps. So what we'll do is when we come back, we'll give you some stock ideas. Rajesh Gupta of SBI Cap Securities will join us.